Much brings us to 12 minutes past 8 this Monday morning, the 11th of November, as work on a controversial new traffic gate in Cambridge is due to begin. Councillors voted in favour of introducing a traffic regulation order on Mill Road Bridge back in October. It would close it off to most private vehicles. A previous restriction had to be removed after a legal challenge from campaigners who are now trying to raise funds for a new challenge to this latest TRO. Alex Beckett, the Lib Dem chair of the Transport Committee at Cambridgeshire County Council, says blue badge holders will need to register online in advance for an exemption.
You do need to register on the County Council's website if you want to do that. What I would say, though, is that most people coming from the likes of St Neots, and we saw people in our consultation, responding from March and from all sorts of other areas around the county, most people from those areas don't need to use Mill Road, and it's not a route that they would normally take. I mean, if you're coming in, Newmarket Road is the way to go in the city centre, or Hills Road. Mill Road is generally speaking not used by people coming in from that far away to get to the city centre. It's mainly used by more local people going up and down it, or going to kind of the likes of Cherry Hinton. If you're coming in from those much further away areas, pretty much all sat-navs will not take you down Mill Road.
Alex Beckett there, the councillor responsible for transport at Cambridgeshire County Council. Liz Owen is a disabled access campaigner from St Neots. Liz, good morning.
Good morning, Dotty.
I'm just trying to figure out whether that's true, that people driving to Cambridge from elsewhere, from, say, St Neots, don't really need to use Mill Road. What do you think?
I think it's a bit bizarre that they said that, because as someone who is from St Neots and regularly would go into Cambridge as a kind of visitor, not a resident, I can't say that I know every single road and the way in my sat-nav would take me, but it's almost another kind of obstacle to overcome as a disabled person driving in a city where it's already quite restrictive. And to say that, you can't go this way anymore, it's kind of like, it's a bit bizarre. And actually, I think it was last week was the first I heard about this. And usually other kind of projects we kind of get involved with and get our views. But yeah, I don't know where they've surveyed these people around who live outside of Cambridge, but it's certainly, as far as I know, not reached it.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I suppose once you know about it, it might not take that long to register your car for an exemption, but if you don't know about it and you find yourself on Mill Road, then suddenly it's a bit late.
Yeah, it's also, I did look into their website actually, because I have a blue badge myself. I'm a disabled person. I do drive as well, so I kind of see both sides of it. And I know why they're putting this bus gate in, and, it's kind of surrounding all the kind of reduce the traffic and improve the environment and all of that. But when you look at it, it's excluding digitally, yet again, people who don't use the internet. There is an option, it says, that if you want a form to fill in by the post, it could take up to a week to get that. And then when you're actually on the application, there's no option for a large print or any other version for anyone with sight impairment. So it's like they're kind of, I don't think they thought that through completely. And I know that they have a grace period of, if you haven't realised, then you can apply for, an exemption for it. But not everyone's going to know how to do that, and not everyone's confident using technology. And I think that's a huge stumbling block as well. So, they haven't looked at all of the angles, I don't think.
Liz, appreciate your input. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Liz Owen there, who's a disabled access campaigner from St Neots. We had Councillor Alex Beckett from Cambridgeshire County Council on the show earlier on. I asked him how much the fines would be for anyone who goes through the Mill Road bus gate when it's up and running when they oughtn't to. And he didn't have an answer. Mandy in Cambridge said, "Oh, Dotty, 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 how clueless, not knowing the cost of a fine. And if you have a place to visit off Mill Road, then of course people from elsewhere would use Mill Road." We've looked it up. And the charge for other bus gates in Cambridge, the fine, if you drive through and you shouldn't, it looks to be £70, discounted to £35 if you pay within 21 days.